Welcome back to Cross-Threaded. This week we are going to do a recap on Washougal. But first, I'm your host, Eric Nichols. Thanks for coming back and listening. Of course, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X, all those social media platforms. You know where you can find us. But first, let me welcome in my co-host, starting off with Justin. What's up, Justin?
What's up, guys?
And then joining us again, he's on a streak. I'm actually pretty impressed. Maybe this Wednesday's working out. But we got CJ. What's up, CJ?
Yep, on a hot streak. Black tank top crew over here.
Someone didn't get the memo.
Someone did not. Yeah, someone didn't check their text messages.
I don't think
Yep,
you can fill
no.
them out, to be honest.
Yeah, dude, you you
They'd
you,
be
you want
falling
to see
off his
some?
shoulders and shit
Yeah,
by the end of the day.
you want to see some noodles over here? What?
Yeah. And Zach couldn't make us, unfortunately. You know, he had to try out at the local gay bar as a bartender, so we hope that works out for him.
Yeah, I hope he at least gets the job. But
Yeah.
Obviously, he got it, dude. He's probably working the polls or something.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of audition he has
Probably,
to do, but that's good.
probably, probably wearing a speedo or something.
Right. All right, let's go into it, boys. So, as always, the storylines, what's going on in motocross, what's everyone talking about? Of course, these silly season rumors are starting to kind of dwindle down a little bit. We already know about Eli to KTM. That seems like it's done. Chase over to Kawasaki. That's done. But some new rumors out here. Barsha and Ferrandis signed with Ducati. Barsha's name was always tied with Ducati, but we always thought that maybe Anderson was going to get that spot for Ferrandis. But CJ, we'll start with you. To be honest, the Barsha thing is fine. I'm actually kind of more surprised at the Ferrandis signing because, I mean, he's been looking better. But I mean, I don't know. He's back on a factory Ducati ride, and to me, I thought that was kind of interesting.
yeah, I don't know if it's like a budget thing. You kind of see that with Triumph too. It seems like Triumph's kind of like started out with some just random, and I don't know. Maybe it's just a fear of the top guys going to ride a new bike. Barsha's kind of at the latter stages of his career, so maybe he was willing to try it out for. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't getting an offer anywhere else. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Francis is weird. You see him have a couple decent rides here and there, but I don't know. I mean, it's. I think they kind of had to put somebody on the bike. Maybe they couldn't afford an Anderson and a Barsha. Should be
Yeah,
fun to see though.
no, I think you're right. Probably, I mean, to be honest, both these guys are Bs. Maybe a
Yeah,
B and a C rider. I
yeah,
mean, the other one of
yeah.
these guys is an A rider. But I mean, Justin, we saw Caroli. You know, he debuted the Ducati, looked good. He might be back for these last couple rounds. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see him out there on Supercross. That seems kind of sketchy, just breaking on a new bike in XX. But yeah, what do you think about this? The news here.
I like you said, I think Barsha was kind of locked in. I mean, once the Troy Lee was also announced, Barsha and Troy Lee have had a good, reputation the last few years working together. I think Ferrandis is the shock. I was almost thinking maybe Anderson going to Ducati. And I would have picked Anderson over Ferrandis, at least especially for Supercross and outdoors. But yeah, I mean, I heard, Anderson, we can talk about that in a little bit where he's going. But I mean, who else would have really filled in that ride besides like Ferrandis or Anderson?
Well, you think like who knows what Christian Craig was going to end up doing? We still don't know
He's on
what's
a
going on with
2-year deal
Triumph,
though,
right?
right?
I think so, but like even like Triumph, like they're supposed to
Well,
come out with the 450. There hasn't been any names. I don't really know who's kind of
Jordan
left.
Smith. Smith's supposed to be riding it.
Yeah, so he's gonna jump up. But talk about Anderson. He kind of announced some news that he's done for the season, not just outdoors. He's done for SMX playoffs, everything. He's done with Kawasaki. Rumors are coming out that sounds like he's gonna go over to HEP Suzuki, be partners over there with Roxon. But Justin, we'll go to you. I mean, Anderson to HEP. I mean, where do you think this is? Is this kind of we're going to see Anderson's kind of career kind of dwindle to an end, or do we see maybe a fire like we see? I mean, Roxon's shown that Suzuki's capable.
Yeah, it's still the same bike since 2012. So it's probably still the same bike Anderson was possibly riding when he was on a 250 and practice on a 450 back in the day. Yeah, Roxon showed it can win 450 Supercross now and everything. So I think Anderson going there, it's obviously a step back. It's not a true factory team. Hopefully he doesn't get sick enough to where he can't kick the bike because that's going to be something new for him. We'll see how much he tries, pushing that electric start button and see how many times that gets him. But it'd be interesting. I mean, Anderson had some really good rides on a Suzuki, so see what it does.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm going to take the over on Anderson DNS this season because if he ever turns over, he's not going to kick that fucking bike, dude.
Yeah,
He's
I
saying,
think
fuck
he's.
this, I'm out.
It almost sounds like a Webb thing, like how Webb severed his ties, in the middle
Yeah,
of outdoors with KTM, and he said,
very
"Let me just get
much.
on this new bike." And I'm sure Anderson will be there at SMX on the Suzuki. I don't see how he would pass up the money. Even 15th is still making some decent money, at SMX.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I think honestly, I think Anderson's always been that guy where like if he's not in the competition to like win the race or maybe podium or whatever, he seems to be completely checked out. He's either
Yep.
like riding around at like 75% or he's up at the front of the pack. So I don't know. I kind of think that maybe lights a fire under his ass. He kind of has that weird like free spirit vibe to him where he kind of just like I feel like he's a different character than most of these guys, and
Mhm.
it seems like Suzuki allows that. I mean, you see Kenny kind of doing his own thing and whatever he wants to do, and I don't know. Maybe it's good for Anderson to go over there, get away from corporate America Kawasaki, and just do his fucking wild, fried, twisted tea deal. And I don't know. Maybe it's a good deal for him. I mean, he's been good on a Suzuki before.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Justin, you touched upon it, right? He made it very clear. I don't want to sign with a lower grade team. I want to sign with a factory team, and the Suzuki team is probably the lowest factory team that you can get. So if anything,
A
maybe
beta.
maybe it does fire him up. Maybe he is like shit. Like no one fucking wants me. Like I'm riding a fucking Suzuki. Like all right, well, time to put up some results. But I mean, who knows? Like CJ said, he's such a weird guy, such a weird dynamic. When things are going good, they're going great, and when they're going bad, he just kind of seems to just kind of mail it in, just say screw it. So,
Well, I
He
think
I mean,
he
who knows?
also
Anderson's career. I mean, the first year he's normally on a new brand or something like that. He comes out firing. I mean,
Hmm.
Cowie, he came out firing. I mean, Husky, I don't know
Well,
if
it's
it's
because he
first year,
quits
maybe
halfway
second
through the
year.
season. He gets
Yeah,
5 months
yeah.
to ride the new bike.
I
But
mean, the dude's like unreal talented. Like he has the speed. He's a Supercross champion. I mean, he has the speed when he wants to. I feel like, but I mean, it's also just weird. Like it seems like there's more going on at Cowie than people know about, and I don't know. It could be reading into it more than it actually is, but it just seems weird. Like all of his like I'm gonna quit and do this, and Prado's nonstop bitching, and then he posted on his story like the day after Kawasaki announced that he was done, and he's like walking around the streets drinking
Mm,
beer.
yeah.
Like it's
yeah,
like, is he really sick, or he just doesn't give a shit about Kawasaki. He doesn't want to deal with it anymore, and he's like, I'm done. You guys do whatever you want to do, and I'm done. It's kind of a weird deal. Like, I don't know, maybe he has Epstein Barr, like some of these people are saying. I've seen a lot of people like hinting at that, but I don't know. It seemed like it was kind of a troll post when he's drinking a beer, walking down the street with his kid in a stroller, like, hey,
Yep.
fuck you guys.
Yeah. I
maybe
mean,
he's
it
over the
looks.
corporate America. I mean, we know how corporate Cowie is. Maybe they're just, he's just over all the bullshit. Eli
I
got fed up
mean,
at a point.
yeah. I mean, what was that? He was at Husky before.
Yeah.
So going to factory Kawasaki, it's going to be a big change. There's going to be a lot more structure there, just like going to KTM, HRC. So I mean, yeah, but I mean, you look back a couple years ago when he was on that Kawasaki, he won 6, 7 main events. Like he looked unreal, and then we haven't
Hmm.
even seen a glimmer of that since. It's not like I don't believe he crashed or got hurt or anything. So at the end of the day, I'm not sure how old he is, but I mean, he is coming to the end of his career. He just had a kid too, so like I said, this might just be kind of like the last go here for Anderson. Um, but as far as silly, I think that's really it. I don't think there's
Well,
anything new that's
there
come
was
out.
one interview that I wanted to bring up was I don't know if I'm sure a lot of people saw it was going around the internet with Mathis and Sexton sitting on the
Yep.
tailgate, and
Yep.
they're bullshitting about the Kawasaki, and I don't know how much they knew was on camera or how far they thought that video was going to go, but it kind of seemed like in a nutshell Sexton almost hinted at that it almost sounded like Sexton was hinting at he's been on the bike before.
Oh, he
And
has. He
and
had
it
to.
also it also sounded like all of them were saying Prado is a bitch.
Well, yeah, because they said
Yeah.
Chad Reed's rode it. Chad Reed's
Yeah,
at
Yeah.
LMX and he rode it. Chad Reed said that bike is
and he
fast as
said
hell.
yeah, and they all basically said the bike is a fucking rocket ship.
And
Yep.
Sexton even said he caught himself. He's like, and then
Yeah.
he's like, oh well,
Yeah.
I'm battling him for, and he's like, I don't
Yeah.
know how. Then he even said he's like, I don't know how he's holding on to that thing for 35 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, dude, you
Yep.
definitely you've been riding that bike, and like Mathis even said there, he in that interview, he's like, there's way to make power. He's like valves, there, there's
That
ways to
is
make
out.
power.
That excuse is out the window.
Oh yeah. Oh,
After seeing him whole shot and lead laps, dude, that's gone. You can't keep using that excuse. I know some people said maybe he's not in shape. He thinks he's in great shape, but honestly, it just from the interviews I'm seeing, it just seems like he is just not gelling with that bike at all. But we'll get into his results. But the biggest thing with Prado is just how bad this has gone. Like
it got even
multi-champion
worse.
MXGP come over here, and this guy can't even get a fifth place. Like he's struggling. And we see a lot of motos where people think that he's just quitting, he's mailing it in, and he's talking around like, I can only ride this bike at a cruise pace. I can't push. If I push, I'm going to crash. So
Too
we
fast
talked
for him.
about this before, and
It'll be
I don't
interesting to
see how it
see.
gets better.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that dynamic with him and Chase goes because if Chase is already kind of like
Dogging
chattering like
him.
that, like kind of like dogging him or big brother in him like that. It's kind of I don't know. I'd be interested to see how that goes. If they're going to be all friendly and hanging out and doing shit together, or if they're going to be like some of these other guys that just like we're on the same team, but I'll fucking take you out.
Yeah. No, I mean, absolutely. And then like Chase is out of Florida. Prado's, I think he's in California, but he's gone up to Club MX a couple of times. Like Kawasaki's going to have to move over to Florida, the Carolinas, something, to get over there and give these guys some legitimate tracks. Um, but yeah, I mean, we'll kind of see what happens there. I think last time we talked, I mean, Sexton's good. I don't think that Kawasaki's going to be a problem for you when he hops on it. I honestly, I don't see how this is going to get any better for Prado because I mean, he's got to do SMX now, which just sounds like that's where he's shifting his focus is just SMX. That's going to be new for him. And then he's going to go right back into Supercross, which Supercross didn't go that great for him either. What he did a couple of rounds and that was it. So I just don't see how this is going to get any better for him. And we talked about this a few weeks ago that it just looking. People laughed at us when we said that we don't think he's gonna last all three
Yeah,
years. And now that rumor is really starting to swirl around, and you're hearing it on every show now. Do you think he's gonna stay? And you look at Twitter, people are like, I don't know. I don't see how it's gonna get any better. So for
yeah.
all
They
you
wanted to.
haters.
I thought we were going to get canceled when we said that. Now I see it in every other comment.
Yep, I'm gonna
Yeah, yeah,
repost it tomorrow. Flash Black Friday. I'm like, hey guys, remember this?
yeah.
We were
Yeah,
talking about this 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, when he packs his bags, we're gonna have to get a T-shirt made in quotes of CJ saying Prado's leaving before his 3 years and start selling
He's
it.
taking Vial with him. Yeah.
yeah. Get in the
Yeah.
suitcase, buddy.
All right. Well, back into the storyline. So there was kind of a cool story that was going on. The start challenge with Steve Mathis and Jason Thomas. Steve Mathis was on Hunter's bike, the HRC bike, and then JT was on what was the guy's name? Totino or something like that. A
Uh,
privateer's Honda is basically who he was on. So
I don't
he
even know.
loaned a bike.
It may have been even a stock. Like, not. I don't even think it's the guy's race bike. I think it was just
No,
like
it
a practice
was. It
bike. Oh,
was.
was
It was
it?
that I can't think of it. It's like Totino, or he's been doing pretty decent. It's like a 10 to 15 guy.
Yeah, I think
I've seen him
he's
on
coming
there.
from Europe or something like that. I think he's in from Europe or something.
Yeah. So they went on there. They did a couple of things, but we talked about it. I said, I'm like, JT's not going to lose a single one. He didn't. They went 3-0 and they just said, scrap it. We're done. But the funny thing is, we kind of talked about earlier. They had Lars come on the Pull Back Next show, and the mechanic, because I guess Hunter going to practice start first because they want to show Mathis, hey, look,
Hmm.
the bike's legit. Look, Hunter just did a great start. And then when Mathis did it, they actually did an overlay with Hunter's numbers versus Mathis's numbers. And Mathis swore that he was that he was wide open on that throttle. And remember, they have those things set to where the rev limiter stops, and they literally tell him, "Hey, in order for this to work, you got to hold this thing wide open." And they pull it up, and turns out he was only at 78% throttle, and that was at the gate. And then when he got off the gate, they dropped down to 50% throttle.
Yeah,
Um,
that was funny, dude. I saw that, and I was dying laughing when I saw it too, because he even mentioned it in the interview with Sexton. He's like,
mhm.
"Dude, did you see that?" He's like, "I posted," and Sexton's like, "No." He's like, "Dude, I swear to God, I was at 100%. I don't know what it was." Sexton's like, "You gotta twist that damn throttle, dude."
And then, of course, Hunter's was 100% just wide open.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
There's
He
a
even had
clutch.
Hunter and Jett fucking
Yep.
standing there telling him what to do.
dude.
Dude,
There's a lot of people there. Everyone was there. All the factory guys were trying to help
Dude,
Mathis, and it
JT
didn't.
literally like on the Pulp show, JT was like, "Dude, do you even know what the hell you're doing?" He's
Yeah.
like, because your feet were way spread out. He's like, I don't even think you even know like what you even you were rolling the whole time.
Oh,
But
I think Sexton said he's like you kind of JT just killed you. His feet were already on the pegs before he even got out of the gate. He's
yeah,
like you had no shot.
yeah. But I mean, it's cool. It's I mean, Lars and them are tight. It's always cool to see these little things happen. I mean, Feld and those guys, MX Sports, they let this continue to happen, but it's just crazy to me because you're not going to see this in any other sport. You're not going to see a guy hop in an F1 car, hop in a NASCAR, and just go for it, right? Or just,
Yeah.
hey, I'm just going to go hop into an NFL game. So it's cool when they do this kind of stuff, but I mean, no surprise that, JT, he was a pro for many, many years. He's going to be able to do it. And he made it look easy for Mathis, and the whole HRC has a start button, kind of got put to shame there.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
could you see Ian Rappaport out there in an NFL game as a middle linebacker and they're like,
Dude,
go tackle Derrick Henry?
dude, I haven't seen it, but apparently, like the post-race SMX show, James Stewart and Weed are literally breaking it down. James
Really?
Stewart's like, oh, well, it looks like JT's got a little bit of a weight advantage here. But I guess he like fully like broke it down like as they were watching it. So I got to
That's
watch it,
so
but
funny.
that's pretty funny.
Dude, I
Um,
saw they did a live pulp show the night before at
Yeah. On the
Washougal.
podium.
Dude,
yeah,
that was sweet. Stu and Reed up there at the same time. Like, I would love to get a show of RC, Reed, and Stu on one show. That'd be so good just to hear those three.
yeah, that'll be about a $10,000 show that we have to pay to
Yeah.
get those guys to come on.
I'd be fine.
But yeah, no, those
Take
are
a
cool. Those
load.
live shows, I've always wanted to go to one. They haven't really had them close by, but I mean, they always seem like they're a good time. Any other developing stories that you guys saw out there? I mean, we'll get to the whole Deegan rumors. Actually, let's just jump into it now. Fuck it. So Jason Wygant posts on Racer X today that I don't know where you got this information from, but supposedly
Bobby Reagan,
Deegan
he
is
said.
is going to is going to ride the 450 if he wraps up this title early, which I think he has a 45-point lead. So he's gonna wrap it up early unless something else happens. But the chance that he could race a 450 in outdoors, but then Brian Deegan come out and say that's fake news, so we don't really know where it's at. But CJ, we were talking about this offline. You think this is a bad idea? What the hell is the point to go out there? You think he's just going to get waxed and it's going to affect him going into next year?
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I kind of agree with what Deegan said. I mean, as a fan, and so first off, like at the race, one of the someone that interviewed him kind of hinted at it. They said, if you wrap it up, is there a chance we see you on a 450 or whatever? And he said something
they're
about like,
building
oh,
it. Yeah, it's
yeah,
getting
they're
built right
building me a
now.
450 or something. And as soon as I saw that, I was just like, yeah, I don't know how far that's gonna get. But then when that news came out, I was like, I mean,
It was
as
a
a
reliable
fan,
source too. Like,
yeah, like as a fan, like I would love to see it. Like anybody else, I want to see him go out there on the 450. I want to see him race and battle. And here's where I'm at with it. I think that he's one of those guys that like he feeds off the confidence and he feeds off of like being the best in the world, and he thinks he is. And that's I think like Conor McGregor and all these other guys that are the best at everything they've ever done. You have to have that almost psychotic mentality that you're the best that there is, because if you don't think that on the line, you already beat yourself kind of thing. Here's where I'm at with it. Like as a fan, I would love to see it. As Brian Deegan or the team manager or somebody else, I don't think it's good for the mental of Hayden Deegan to go out there and get beat by Jett by 62 seconds and battle Prado for seventh. I don't think that's a good idea.
okay,
He has to go race a 450 next year. So now you put him on a 450 with next to no prep or training or whatever, testing, and you're going to go line him up. And now the whole entire Supercross season leading up to next outdoors, all that he's going to be thinking about. We all know how arrogant and cocky he is. Now, whether he's going to admit it or not, he's going to think about, damn, I already lined up with Jett and he fucking spanked me by 6 miles. Now I got to go racing next year. Some could say, that would fuel him to get better. I can see both sides. Just my personal take. I don't think that's good for his mental or confidence.
okay. And then Justin, we're kind of on the opposite. We think, hey, get him out there, get the gate drop, go race with the best in the world. All you're gonna do is learn, right? I feel like the Deegans are pretty good at managing expectations, right? We saw this a few years ago when he made his, 2-race debut. He got 31st and then he got a 13th. Like it wasn't great. Then he went to Lorez and he came back. So But Justin, I'm kind of on your side, right? He's got to race the 450 next year, anyways. What's the point of doing another, 250 races, right? You can still get hurt no matter what. But where do you stand on the opposite side of this?
Yeah, I think it'd be good for him. Let him get a gate drop against the 450s. Let him, kind of know where he's at. His training is going to be up there. So if he finds out he's that far off, I think it's just going to fuel him more just the way he
Yeah.
kind of is. I know, yeah, their whole shit talking, their whole market, campaign thing,
Hmm.
is all this, the rivalry jet. But everyone knows Deegan's going back to 250 for Supercross. I'm sure he's been riding 450s outdoors pretty much probably most of the season, on some sand tracks and stuff like that. And I just think it's going to be good for him. If he comes in top 10, then he's top 10, at least he knows where he's at. It's his first race on a 450. I mean, if you look at back in the day, we had all these 250, or back then it was 125 riders, stepping up to race either the other side of, East Coast Championship, on the 250 or whatever. So I don't see why you would hold him back. I mean, I kind of mentioned it earlier in the year on the podcast, how cool it would be to see him, jump up to that 450 class. So I think it'd be good for him just to get his feet wet, know where he's at, know his mark, and know where they need to improve and get better. And I mean, what's another 250 gate drop going to do to him? A top three and with the title clinched? I mean,
It's not going to kill his confidence, is what it'll do.
do you think anything's killing that guy's confidence? I don't fucking
Yeah,
think so.
Yeah.
we've seen him get humbled when he gets waxed and he comes
He
back for
gets
three
humble,
rounds.
but then he's gonna
Yeah.
come
I mean,
back and wax
Supercross, right?
him.
Supercross
So
didn't look good. And what happened by the end of it? I mean, Juju couldn't even fucking stay close to him. So, but no, I see both sides, right? I mean, you can see him go out there, like Justin say, I can't expect he's going to have expectations to go win, but he could
I'm
learn
not
a
even
lot.
a
But the
top
same
five.
thing,
I don't even think a top five is expectations.
yeah, I
Well,
agree. But you
Deegan
can't
thinks he's
ignore
going to
what
go in battle.
Hampshire's doing, right? I mean, Hampshire, he
Yeah,
just did 250s. This is his first 450 season
well,
ever. He only had a quick break, and he's getting fourth and fifth. And to me, if Hampshire's not doing that, Deegan's going to be able to hold his own. Now, like
Yeah,
you said,
there's
like,
a
yeah,
big
Jett's going to
difference.
win, but I mean, RJ's getting fourth, but RJ's also a minute and a half back getting fourth.
There's a big difference though getting off that 250 to a 450. There's a lot of 250 champions that couldn't figure it out on a 450.
Hmm.
A lot of them.
Yeah. And to me, if you're a Deegan, where would you rather be? Would you rather line up? Because remember, he's going to probably do East Coast, I would guess, or maybe West Coast, who knows. But you still think about it, he's still going to be on a 250 all the way up to the end of Supercross, and he's going to have 2 weeks to get on that 450. They'll test a little bit in the middle, but if I'm in Deegan's place, let me get out there at Butts Creek. Let me see where I stand right now on this 450 rather than let me show up at Paula 1 and then I'm going to find out where I'm at and be like, oh shit, okay, now I
and
got to
you're
try to make some pivots during the season versus go do it out Buds and be like, hey, now we know where we're at. We know where the pace is at. Now as we get ready for Paula, we know where we got to work on.
and the big thing is race conditions, race track. The tracks aren't the same. Practice. So he'll get in a legit race in race
Yeah, but
conditions,
250s
race
have raced
pace.
twice a few times out here. They've
But
raced
I'm
the
talking about
second
on the
moto a couple
450
times.
though. I'm just talking about on the 450 though. The bikes handle different. So just
Yeah.
being able to, do the race pace on a 450, race ruts. You're not just at your training track with 15 guys. It's a lot different.
Yeah.
And I want to see it. Like I hope it happens. I I just think that Brian Deegan is looking at this a little bit more from a reality standpoint than as a fan like we are. And I don't think it's I don't know. I don't think it's good for his confidence just knowing how the kid acts all the time. I don't think it's a good confidence booster to go get beat by over a minute.
No,
Do
you
you
make a
think
good
for
point, right? I mean, Brian Deegan has always made the best moves for Hayden. I mean, he rode super minis for longer than probably needed to. He did 1 year at big bikes. Brian really hasn't forced Deegan's career in any way. So I'm with you. And Brian Deegan already started out. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Brian's just gonna be like, no, like, don't do it. Don't worry about it. But like you said, it's cool. But what were you saying, Justin?
do you think like Brian's maybe saying fake news because maybe he's a little pissed that the cat got out of the bag, that maybe they were just gonna try to show up and surprise and be on a 450 and Bobby Reagan kind of let it slip and now they're saying fake news to try to downplay it and then when it does come to it they're gonna be like, oh well, see, we're here.
You can't put anything past the Deegans, man. If there's
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
angle or publicity for them to gain any kind of exposure, they're going to take it. So yeah, very well. I mean, if we just kind of spoiled their plans and they wanted to kind of
Yeah.
keep it a secret, then yeah, I could see Deegan, kind of shooting it down. But we'll find out in a few weeks we'll see if he shows up there. All right,
He's
well,
got to
let's go.
stop letting Shimoda wax him first.
And let's go into that. So let's go into the 250 class real quick qualifying. So Garrett Marchbanks ended up qualifying fastest overall, both sessions. So really surprising there. Followed by an even bigger surprise, Dylan Schwartz gets second, and then Seth Hamaker, Joe Shimoda, Ryder D, and Hayden Deegan qualified all the way down into sixth. And then looking into these overall results, like you talked about, they swap motos, right? Deegan goes 1-2, Shimoda goes 2-1. But at the end of the day, CJ, we'll start with you. Where do you think this is at? Do you think this is just Joe is just really making these improvements and showing the speed, or do you think Deegan is already kind of in that title mode? Let me just clinch this title. What was it, 45 points? We'll see it here in a little bit. Or do you think, I know Deegan's kind of hurt a little bit, or do you think Deegan's just like kind of milling in, or do you think Shimoda's really kind of rose to the occasion?
I personally, I think Shimoda's rose to the occasion. I hope that it isn't Deegan just cruising around, because to me, that's, I mean, I guess it is what it is. You still win the title, but I mean, we all saw Lawrence. We saw all the greats in the past. Like, none of them are just cruising around being like, "Oh, I'll take second." Like, they all
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go out there. They're still on 250s. They still haven't made a name for themselves in the big bikes. Carmichael and Villapoto say they don't even count their 250 titles. Those aren't even real.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're. I don't. I hope that that's not the case. That he's just out there rolling around because he can. It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's riding hard. I don't. I want to say maybe he's not gelling with the track, but I mean, we've seen it a couple weekends
Yeah, he
now
crushed
where
Washua last year. He was
Shimoda's
unreal.
had pace, and I don't know. I mean, I think Shimoda is good. We saw Shimoda on a Kawasaki battling with the Lawrence brothers. I think Shimoda has that speed in him if he can find it, and I personally think Shimoda is just riding really well.
Justin, what do you think? Do you think this is Shimoda just riding great and just beating Deegan straight up, or do you think Deegan is, hey, I got 45 points. We got, what, 4 rounds left? I'm going to push, but I'm not going to just let it hang out and risk crashing and throwing this title away.
Well, I think it's the classic Shimoda halfway to end of the year. He just all of a sudden catches fire. I mean, the beginning of the year, it's not great. And he's finally
But
hit
this
his
year was
stride. And
different. He was good.
a,
He was
a little,
second. He
a
was a
little
clear
bit.
second to start.
Well, he had some, the first couple rounds didn't go great for him. He had a couple weird finishes, but the second half of most of the seasons, I mean, he's up there winning or, top two every race almost. So
So when the
he
pressure's
needs to,
off, right? There's no pressure for Shimoda
yeah,
to win this title right now. There
yeah,
hasn't
just to
been all
be
season,
title.
honestly.
So yeah, I mean, Shimoda is obviously showing. I mean, I think he's past Deegan too. And taking off with the win. So I
Well,
don't.
wasn't Shimoda like quite a ways behind Deegan at one point in Moto One, and then caught up to him?
I believe so, if I
Um,
remember correctly.
yeah, but I think Deegan was still quite full control. Shimoda definitely checked out on him in the second moto. That's where I think he won by a pretty big gap.
Yeah, Shimoda's ripping though. I mean, he's done it on
Yeah, I
multiple
mean, like I
different
said, nothing
tracks
to take
too.
away from
It's
Shimoda.
not
He looks great.
it's
He's
not just like
shredding.
a sand track thing or a hard pack track. Washougal and Millville, maybe two completely opposite tracks that you can find out there.
Yeah,
So the fact that Shimoda's showing the consistency. I mean, he probably would have won the second moto at Millville if it wasn't for his rear brake. So
yeah,
um, he's obviously proven it. He battled Deegan pretty much to the finish line the first moto last week too as well.
yeah.
So Shimoda's here to, he's throwing his
But
name in the hat.
once again, like you said, end of the
Too late.
season, Deegan's got a 45-point lead. There's no pressure on Shimoda. Like we see this every year, right? So, but no,
Yep.
he's looking good. Still no word on where Shimoda's going to go. If I'm Shimoda, you got to stay with HRC, but you got to think like he's probably looking at 450 sometime soon. If you're looking at HRC, there is no room for 450 there unless they get a third spot. But looking
I
into
don't,
next year, Shimoda's got to be the title favorite, for the 250.
yeah,
But you got to kind of think that he's probably got some kind of 450 right in the back of his mind.
if I'm Shimoda, I'm not ready for a 450. I don't see
Yeah,
him ready for a 450 at all. I mean,
2 years.
he could
Yeah, I would
stay
say at
At
another
least
two
least.
or
2
three
years.
years yeah, at least another two,
But
three
he's already
years
been in this
minimum.
class for a while too. I mean, he's going
Yeah,
down the
but he's
RJ
still
Hampshire
young.
path.
He's still
Yeah,
young. He's like the same age as Jett. I think he's only 21 or something like that. So he's still really young. I guess he's not like RJ, 28 years old, still in the 250 class.
yep.
He has to win. He has to win something first, though. I mean,
No, yeah.
he's
I
not.
Yeah, to
think he
I
get
wins the
kicked
can't.
title
out.
next
Yeah.
year. I
Yeah,
think
I
he
mean,
wins the title next year.
but
I
I
don't see
don't.
anyone else that's going to really hang with him, unless
Yeah,
Hymus
I mean
is
that's
just healthy all year.
well that, and I think it's one of those years too where they all are going to show up next year and they don't have a Deegan and they don't have a Hunter
Hmm.
and they don't have a Jett, and it's going to be. I'm telling you, confidence goes a long ways in this sport. And you get Levi Kitchen on the line, you get Chance Hymus on the line, and
Yep.
all of them think Jake Swoll, all these guys think they can win.
J-Leg.
And all of a sudden, he's fast enough that he can't stay on the bike, but he's fast.
Jalik.
Jalik.
Whatever the fuck it is, same thing.
J-Leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Jalik's balls,
And there,
motherfucker.
there's no fast upcoming amateur that's going to come in and throw a
yeah.
wrench in this either.
I
Like
mean, I
Enzo
don't think
Timmerman's maybe the best guy right now. Clearly, he got 13th overall.
there's no unbeatable guy that like they all had seen with Hunter and Hayden, this year and shit like that. Like next year, there is no guy that's just
Hmm.
unbeatable. I think they all come in with massive confidence. Like this is my year. I think there's so many guys next year that are probably thinking this could be the year.
You know what though? Like looking at this season, Levi Kitchen has been ass. Shimoda has been significantly better than any second place guy, other than Hymus that's
Yeah,
hurt, and we know how that goes. I don't know. I feel like Shimoda might go on and run the table next year because no one's really shown that they can even keep up with him at this point.
I mean
But
he
he's only
might
going to
he
get better,
may
you think?
yeah he may very well come out next
Yeah.
year and be
Would
like
he be
Deegan
your
is. It,
favorite right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
yeah, right now I think for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
But yeah,
I
Yeah.
just think that
he's like
I just
60
think the
points ahead.
I
Yeah.
just think when they line up next year, I think everyone's headspace is completely
Yeah.
different than this year without Deegan on the line.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. They have to, right? You got to have that mentality. Well, speaking of some great results, Garrett Marchbanks goes 3-4. I mean, he's been riding unreal. The crazy thing is, from what I've listened to the other podcast, he doesn't have a ride right now. PC only wants 4 guys next year. He's rider number 5, and shit, he's the best PC rider right now, and
Yeah,
he doesn't have a ride. So where does he go?
that's
There's no
crazy to me
way he
that
doesn't get re-signed. There's no way he doesn't. Mitch would be stupid. I mean, he's the only guy
I
that's
would
been
cut every single person on PC except for Levi to keep him.
Andrew Adams.
I would cut him too to keep
Yeah.
Marchbanks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I
It
guess you
sounds
got
like
something. You
Marchbanks
still
wants
got
to stay on a
McAdoo.
250. He doesn't want to go to a 450. But yeah, I agree with you. I think you have to sign. He's been unreal. He's been the number. We talked about this, what, a month and a half ago, saying, hey, Marchbanks is the best PC rider. And
I think after the
sure
second
enough,
round, we talked about
he
it.
looks great. Yeah, I mean, he looks great. His starts are they suck. You know, they're going to suck on that 250. But I mean, he's finding a way to make a pass. But yeah, I mean, this is it. He doesn't have a ride after the season. He's got to find something for next year. And I don't know what spot's open. Maybe he takes Bayal's spot. Garrett Marchbanks
Yeah,
at factory KTM.
I didn't even
yeah,
think
That'd be
about that.
interesting.
That could be that could be a possibility because I know KTM
Put
was
him in
linked to
Baker's
Bennett or
factory, give him
something like
some
that.
real disciplined plan, and he might be a weapon. So who knows? All right. What else did you guys have as far as 250 class?
Faulkner going 5.5, right of his
Yep.
career on a Triumph.
I
That was
have
really
that in
good to
there.
see him do
Faulkner
that.
signs of life. Last year
Yeah.
last race he looked good too. But CJ, we'll go to you. What do you think this is? Are we seeing? I mean, I think Triumph did good just in general, but what do you think? Are we seeing some signs of life coming here from Faulkner?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything like to come from it. Like I don't think I think we're ever going to see the Faulkner that we thought we were going to see this year.
Yeah.
Again, ever. I don't know. I think he's beyond that. The dude's been hurt too many times. He's got a wife and a kid and all the other stuff now. I mean, I want to see him do well. I don't think he's ever going to be a contender again. Unfortunately, I mean, he's old for a 250 guy. He's old. He's broken more shit than you. I mean, this dude had brain surgery.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever coming back to be the Faulkner that we want him to be. But hey, it's cool as hell to see him go out there and do well. I mean, I think we all at the beginning of the season thought, at least the beginning of the Supercross season, I think all of us thought Faulkner had a chance to
Yeah.
go out there and
Yeah, we
win
did.
races.
Yep.
Yeah, and so it is. It's good to see him up there.
Yeah, Justin, what about you? Where are you at on the Faulkner? You think we're going to see him up here battling for top fives, maybe a podium, or do you think, nah, this is probably as good as it's going to get?
I mean, he's definitely been improving in his last 2 races. I mean, he's made huge leaps. I mean, compared to what he was. I mean, he was barely struggling to score points for most of the season. So I don't know if they found something on the bike. Maybe his confidence is finally coming around on the bike. It's a new bike. Maybe take a while for him to really get comfy, and push that extra limit. But I mean, yeah, good for him. I think he's still just top 10 though. I mean, I think top 5 is kind of maybe his ceiling right now.
Yeah, he was on the Pulp Show too. They interviewed him, and he just said like a lot of things have changed. Like he used to be the fastest guy during the week, and he would show up on the weekends, and now it's the opposite. He's slower during the week, and so he's bringing the speed on the weekends. But yeah, it's good to kind of see him turn the table here and see his name pop up there. Another name I'm looking at here, Dylan Schwartz, sixth overall with a fourth and an 11. That's pretty sick. We're seeing a lot of these bigger names. I know Parker Ross, smaller names. Parker Ross has been up here a few times too, but yeah, see, this 250 class has been pretty dicey outside of the podium, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think Harup, whatever the hell the dude's
Yep.
name is, that dude's been impressive. I don't like I said, I think I talked about it before. I mean, who knows how these European type guys do when we come to Supercross, but he's been impressive. I mean, time and time again, I think we saw him up at the front at the beginning of the year, and I was like, oh,
Hmm.
that's a one of those fluke things where you just see one of these new guys come in and do well. But dude, he's been there every week. He's there.
Yep.
He's going to be top 5, top 7 every week, battling it out. I think he has speed to get up there on the podium.
Yeah, he does. I think he gets a decent start. He can
I mean,
definitely hold that
he,
pace. But
he
yeah,
he's
10-7.
had 2 fourth overalls this year. I mean, Red Bud and Spring Creek, he had 2 fourth overalls.
Yep. Yeah, no,
And I
And we
think
had
for
he's
him,
been really impressive.
this is his first year being in America too. I think that's more impressive too. I think that makes Prado look like even more shit. This guy's
Yeah.
coming over and he was no name, and now he's running a consistent 5 through 7 at a 250 class on pretty much a brand new bike. And I heard an interview. I don't know if it was with Weege or not on the Racer X show, but Harp was like, "Hey Jordan, how do you get through the whoops?" And Jordan Smith's like, "Just click up a gear and
Yeah.
hold it wide open." And he's like, "Well, no fucking shit. I've been trying to do that. I don't know what the fuck to do."
First time he's ever rode like a set of
Whoops.
Supercross whoops at
Yeah.
Washougal at a
yeah.
fucking motocross. Like
Yeah.
what, dude?
Well, it's like CJ said. There's more whoops at Washougal than there was any
Well,
Supercross track
even
this year.
There
Sexton was
was,
saying
dude.
like they were legitimate whoops. They weren't like the rollers like that you usually see. He's like, no, these are like legitimate Supercross whoops that you could split. So,
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
and
there
Sexton
was
on
more
motocross
whoops.
suspension. So
Yeah,
that's
more whoops
crazy.
at that track than we've seen at any Supercross track the last 2 years.
Yeah, yeah, that was sick. The other
And then
story
we
I have
also
in here. Oh yeah, go ahead.
are you trying to talk about Swole?
Yep. So
Yeah, all right.
Jalek.
speaking of Triumph,
Jalik.
speaking of Jalik
Yeah.
Swole, right? Yeah, Jalik Swole licked the dirt. Yeah, hard as shit, dude.
Yeah,
Total digger.
drooling.
Yeah, total digger. So he gets up. I guess if you watch, I guess the medic is just like waving, like, no, like you're not doing it. So Jalik gets on the bike. He does 4 laps after he goes down, and they're like legitimate lap times. And then he gets black flagged. So the question is like, at that point, he's already done 4 laps. He's running the pace. Do you just let him go? Or like what? Where was this
I
four
think
lap difference of all of a sudden? Hey, no, we got a black flag. I'm CJ. We'll start with you.
I mean I
Honestly, it's
think
our
it's
fucking sport, dude. Everything is so like
yeah,
gray
dude.
area.
The fact that he got 4 laps in is bizarre. Like how like obviously
Yeah.
that's how terrible like communication and shit is out there
Hmm.
because I mean that's a huge cover your ass situation. I mean that dude goes down and dies or some crazy shit happens.
Yeah,
Like how do you fucking I mean
or
there
has
is
like a
there
delay,
is
like knockout, and he just on the bike and just
falls off. Yeah,
yeah,
he clearly looked like he was out. I know some people said like maybe he wasn't out and he was like stuck under the bike or this or that or whatever, but the dude was not fucking moving. Like he was not moving. I think that's the right call. I think you have to black flag him way sooner than 4 laps in. But that's just
yeah.
like you said. That's the way our fucking sport goes. But
So
yeah, I think that that has to be. You have to get him off the track after that just to cover your ass
So Justin, are these mechs gonna have to start learning like takedown moves when these riders want to get back on
and
the
choke him
bike or
out.
some shit?
They're gonna
No,
be
no,
out
you're not
there.
getting
Yeah,
back on, dude.
they're gonna be out
Put
there
him
like
back to sleep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like Step Brothers when they're fighting in the yard and stuff, and then they're just gonna give up.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, freaking crazy. I mean, yeah, like
And
I said, that's our sport in a nutshell. And we had an incident in the 450 once we get to that, as far as that's the first time that something like this has happened too. But yeah, that's the
well,
sport. We
well,
just we really kind of wing it and we just kind of call it how we see it. And someone's like, yeah, maybe not.
and
Yeah.
that's what's
But
crazy. Talk
crazy
about
story.
the gray area. Like Jalik, yeah, he got up and did 4 laps. Right after that was running pace. But then you look at 2 years ago, Cameron McAdoo freaking does the
Oh,
kiss of death into an over under. It's clearly dead on top of the over under,
Nah, dude,
and
that
they
was like,
still they still let him line up. But now, dude, Jalik's still out here running 4 laps. He's like, what the fuck? Which
dude,
I
that
mean,
was
you.
that McAdoo crash has to go down in history as like one of the gnarliest things ever. Like,
Oh
and
yeah.
the fact that he got back on the line and they let him get back on the line is so fucking
got
crazy.
a podium, and then he
Yeah,
went
like
podium.
And you
insane.
wonder why Feld is getting sued for these guys for getting paralyzed because their medics aren't carrying them off, and they're just letting
Yeah,
guys like this just go. Like, yeah, it's the sport night might not stick around much longer, dude. They might get sued for letting someone die out there. It's
Everyone's gonna have to come in bubble wrap or a fucking full airbag.
it's a very loose program. It's yeah, it's unreal. Let's see. Anything else looking at these results here? We kind of talked about Enzo Timmerman 14-13. That's legit. He's gonna it sounds like that's it. He's gonna go race Loretta's, but I think he's gonna race the pro sport class, so I'm fine with that. I don't have any issues with that. I think that's cool. Um Other than that, Hammaker, he had a good ride, but anything else 250 for you guys that really kind of stands out?
I still just think Schwartz, dude. I mean, I think Schwartz needs an opportunity.
dude, I
I
think
mean,
What
Dylan Schwartz.
he had Bar X Suzuki, right?
We
Is it
still
Bar
on
X
Bar
Yamaha
X.
now?
It's
Yeah,
still
okay.
Bar X. They got off
Yeah.
Suzuki's and went to Yamaha, so he's still on the same team. But
It just seems
I
like
mean, even on the
Supercross just isn't his thing.
no, which some guys aren't. Some guys
Yeah.
are
Well,
outdoor
you have
guys,
to.
which
You
yeah.
got to have Supercross. That's what's most important.
But I mean, you go put him in a training program like Star or Bakers or something. It's a lot better than him with Bar X just riding Paula every week or riding some meth lab Supercross track built in the high desert.
That's very true. Yep.
I
CJ, what
think
about you?
I think CJ Bernard from local boy here from Phoenix that I've seen out at ACP a bunch,
Mm.
and he looks like a threat out there at
Oh yeah.
ACP. Like when you see him out there with local guys, it just puts into perspective how good these top guys are. You see CJ Bernard at ACP,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, you can't go much faster than that at this track. And then you see him get out here with Deegan, and the rest is history there. But to see him go and get he was right behind Thrasher. He got 19th
Yeah.
overall. I don't know what his career best is. I didn't look it up. I don't know like if that's but I mean for him, I've been watching him just because I see him at the local track. That's a pretty good result for him for the year. That's
Oh
that's
yeah.
pretty cool to see him up there.
It's a career
Yeah.
best overall at least. But I mean, he's been hovering around that top 20. I mean, 22nd Spring Creek, 24th Redbud, 23rd Fox Raceway. So I mean, he's kind of up there in the top 20.
Yeah, no, that's a good ride.
And
Yeah, no,
speaking of
absolutely. I mean, we've seen
Thrasher,
it quite a bit out here,
shit.
right? We've seen a lot of these smaller names kind of pop up and do these good rides, So it's cool to see these smaller names get up there and get some recognition. I know we haven't talked about the club guy, Alexander Fedorskov, 15, 19. He's getting better. But yeah, I mean, Justin, we've kind of been talking about Nate Thrasher for a while now, almost on the
That
same page as like Prado. Like, dude, like what the hell is going on? For me, Nate Thrasher's almost worse. Like, dude, nothing's changed. You're outdoor,
Yeah,
you're with Star, like
way
going
worse.
19, 16. I haven't, I honestly don't know if I've seen the guy on the screen once. Maybe he's just eating the deck all the time. But yeah, that's hard to keep a guy like that around next year.
Yeah, I
yeah.
forgot he's even racing, honestly, until I just looked and saw him. And you said he was above CJ Bernard. I didn't forget he's even out there. But I mean, I
And
think
like I said,
also
we
with
talked about it. Supercross, he's gonna get that
yeah,
Supercross win, but with outdoor results like this, it's just like I don't know.
Well, and even the rest of his Supercross, like he has some good results, but he also has equally some fucking terrible results in Supercross.
Yeah,
I'd be surprised honestly if he sticks around on Star, especially Star seems to be pretty cutthroat when it comes to that kind of shit. I don't know. I don't see him sticking around much longer personally.
yeah. So he finished fourth in 250 East last year. And he's 20th in motocross overall right now.
but he's got
Last
one
in
top 10.
2024, he was 24th in motocross. 2023, he was 8th. So even these last 2 years outdoors have just not been good for Thrasher
Yeah,
at
he
all.
only raced one outdoor last year too. That's or two
Oh
of them.
yeah.
Did Paula and Hangtown a 7 and 11, but that's still crazy better than what he's done this year.
Yeah,
Yeah. So a lot of question marks there. Not, I don't really know. It's actually really surprising how bad he has been doing. Let's see. All right. Anything else 250 before we jump over to the 450 class?
No, I'm
No,
good.
I don't know anything. Oh, we're on a break now, so yeah, I don't know any injuries or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
oh, hey,
All right.
Spangle, or was Spangle on 450 or 250?
I
I
think that
actually
was
think
that
he
different.
was.
Wasn't that was that at
I
Washougal or
think
was
that
that at
was.
that other
Yeah,
race?
no, that was
No,
at
that was at
Washougal. That was
Washougal. I think that was just through qualifying, though. I don't think he actually made
Well,
any
that
no,
crash
ones.
he had was
dude,
nasty.
Yeah, dude.
dirty.
Yeah, I don't see. I think that had to be through qualifying or maybe the LCQ because I don't see him in any of these lineups.
We could talk about PIR, Carson Brown on the Super Mini with the
Oh, dude,
125 motor in
that
it.
was
Yeah,
sick, dude.
dude. And I
He
put
was
it's funny. So I
ripping.
posted that on the Texas thread. Like I just watched Carson Brown rip the Super Mean at PIR, and people didn't understand that it was like a race is going on there because it was like, oh yeah, look at his Instagram page. He does it all the time. Like no, guys, he's literally in the
No, he's
class.
racing kids.
Yeah,
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 he's literally in the class racing these fucking kids,
yeah. The
shredding them too.
125 Dream Race, and he was out there leading it too, I think. And then I saw he crashed or something like that on a
Yeah.
GoPro. But
So that
I'm like,
that was
dude, that
sick.
is sick.
Shout out
I
to
thought
B
he was.
Ray, dude. B Ray's making some strides. We'll get into the 450, but he ended up getting second overall. At PIR, he's been ripping. But I guess so. There's this story, right? So Kevin Moran's, he went and did it too, but Kevin Moran's missed his gate pick. So like, hey, dude, just line off over to the side in the dirt. Okay, so it's a concrete start, I believe. They told him line off on the side in the dirt with no gate. The fucker hole shots. He tries to keep the money. Every other rider was fucking pissed. Like, dude, you can't keep the money. You didn't have a gate and you're on dirt. What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait,
well,
so
they
they
But I
had
should
guess
have
he was
more.
blown
fighting
his
them
door
more.
off.
Wait, they had more. He didn't have like they didn't have enough gates for him.
I
Like they
guess
over.
not. Yeah, he missed his gate selection, so he had to go on the very outside in the dirt,
So,
no gate. He hole shot and
are
he
they
tried to
on
play it off
grates
like,
or
hey, whatever.
concrete?
It was
Concrete.
Were they on
concrete.
grates or oh, okay. If they're on concrete, I could see it. But
Yeah.
if they were on grates and he pulled a hole shot, fuck, he should get double the money.
No, yeah. So
Yeah.
he was on
He
dirt.
should.
Everyone else was on concrete, and he didn't have a gate in front of
Okay,
him.
that makes
So
sense then. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't keep the
dude,
money.
that should be a
yeah.
protest. I'm going to
I guess
AMA
he
right
really
away,
tried. These
dude.
guys
Is
are
it?
pissed.
Isn't Moran's though the motherfucker that passed everybody down the start at the Pulp and
Tried
Max
to cut
race?
everyone off or something. Oh
Yeah,
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 no, he
fucking
was.
started
Yeah.
passing everybody on the
Yep.
restart.
Wasn't he? Isn't he the same guy that a few years ago in Supercross? He's like, I get a bonus for Supercross, and he was like, he got a few hole shots. But he was cutting everyone's fucking front tires off doing it. Or was that a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
guy?
he
yeah.
gets a lot of hole shots, but he's
Yeah,
a psychopath.
in the main event,
Yeah.
he cut off like Jett and a couple other people, dude, and he caused a couple people to go fucking through the fucking
For an
corner.
$800 fucking gift
Yeah,
card.
yeah,
Yeah. So I guess
yeah,
there's a little drama there. The other riders are pissed, and eventually he forked it up. He was trying to hold on to it. So
yeah. I
that's
would have beat
awesome.
his
Hey,
ass at the
if
fucking
you ain't
van,
quitting, you
dude.
ain't trying to do. That guy knows how to. He knows how to ride that fine line of what's cheating and what's not. So that's sick.
Bro, they should
Um,
have made him at least start behind someone, do double file like arena cross. And
for
dude just
real.
doing a wheelie down the start, dude, before the gate even drops. He's like, see you later.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, let's go over to the 450s. Jett ends up being fastest qualifier again, 1 second over Chase Sexton, RJ Hampshire, third overall, the gray, followed by Hunter, Eli Tomac with a fifth overall. But I mean, shoot, where do you want to start with this? I mean, I say we give Sexton, the credit that's due. Sexton slays Jett. He's the first one to kind of get the overall with Jett without Jett hitting the deck, even though when Jett hit the deck last year at Hangtown, Sexton still won that too. So Sexton's been the only one that's been able to beat Jett this overall.
He did hit the deck.
But yeah, so let's talk
Yeah, he
about
fell
that. So
first moto.
Sexton did win this first moto, right? He was ahead of Jett the whole time. Jett got close, but then he tucked the front. So where are you at on this? CJ, we'll start with you. Do you feel like Jett was still going to pass him, or do you think Sexton was still holding that pace and he's still
No, Jett.
probably still going to pull it off?
No, Jett for sure is going to beat him. I mean, he caught up to him from get back. He caught up to him and Jett was going to win the race. I think personally, but I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. He fell, and that's part of the racing. But it's hard for me to say that I don't know. I guess when I say that someone got beat straight up, like they raced each other and the best guy beat the other guy. When Jett went down, to me, it's like, okay, he won the race because Jett's in the dirt.
Yeah,
Even
but
after he got back up, he caught back up to Eli's back tire, and then he just
couldn't
kind of
pass
like was
him.
like, okay, Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all I got. So I get it. I mean, it was a really good ride for Chase. Chase is riding really well. We kind of saw how that went the next moto. I don't think Chase was going to beat Jett if he didn't tip over right there, but that's racing. I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah, Justin, I have to look, but I'm pretty sure Jett's tip over was more than halfway point. Jett was in second place for a majority of that moto, if not
Yeah, I
all of
don't.
it, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I don't remember exactly when, but I think the more shocking was Jett not being able to get past Eli.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that was shocked, and then Eli kind of dropped Jett. It was like, all right, see you later. Which, I mean, we kind of got a hint of it in that second moto. I mean, that four rider battle was sick. I mean,
Hmm.
they were three wide in one corner, multiple corners, and just go back and forth before that red flag. So, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
Jett's
it's
made it
good.
known. Jett's made it known he doesn't like Washougal. This is probably his worst track
yeah.
too, so he was still a 213 in Moto 2 and he was a 213 in Moto 1, so he's still half a second faster than all the other guys too. But to
Yeah,
me,
I
I don't
think he was
I
the
saw
fastest
it.
guy.
I felt Jett was trying to chase down Sexton. He couldn't make it happen. We've seen this happen to Tomac earlier this year. I think Jett was just trying to push, and like I said, it's not his best track. I think he was just trying to push a little bit harder, and he just lost the front, and that was kind of all it was.
I'm just ready for the Jets still hurt. He's not healthy excuse going from the air.
Oh, he's been healthy for a while. We've seen it on display. That's why he hasn't
Well,
lost an overall until now.
every time he gets beat, every time Eli beat him or Hunter beat him, oh, Jet's still hurt. He's not 100% yet.
N- no one's beat Jett since the Mutter at High Point.
Hunter just beat
Uh,
him first moto last week.
hey, it's all about the overalls, though, right? You got to beat them twice. And who did that? Chase Sexton did.
Well, not
What
really,
else?
but
What else in his 450 class do we got?
I mean,
I mean,
Sexton's
I think
wood
it was good
speed.
to see. I think it was good to see Eli back in form, which I think it just goes back to what we're talking about. Like if he's in contention, we're going to see the
Hmm.
Eli that we expect. If he's not in contention, I just don't think he has it in him to. I mean, he's got the accolades. He doesn't care if he gets fifth place. Like that means not fifth place or fourth place doesn't matter to him. I don't think so.
Hmm.
If he's back there, we're gonna see this Eli that's just kind of like, okay, well, I'm here and I have to be here, so let's go get fifth place. But if he's in contention and he feels like he can do it, I mean, I think we can see him ride the bike well, like we did this weekend. So it was cool. I liked seeing him ride hard. I liked seeing. I mean, he looked good. I mean, Chase looked really good. It's good racing when we see multiple guys up there and it's not
Hmm.
just one guy 25 seconds ahead of everybody else. So it's good to see that. And then we got to talk about the fucking crash and the restart because that's some fun
Yeah.
shit
Oh
there.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah. So
I
what?
got something
First,
to
let's
bring up real quick
go into
with Tomac.
Tomac. So, quick question with Tomac. He is a diehard Scoop guy. I think he did his interview and he said
Yeah, that's
that
what I was talking about.
the Scoop held him back at Washougal, and that's what I'm just wondering is this love for this Scoop tire? Is it holding him back from getting to the next level? At some of these tracks, like for example, Washougal. I mean, he literally said it like I couldn't use some of these inside lines because I had the Scoop. But Justin, we'll go with you. Do you think this scoop tire just consumed him so much? Or it's like, dude, you were the only one running it in Moto 2 at Washougal. That's kind
That's
of
what
telling you
that's
something
what
there.
that's what I was gonna bring up is you could definitely tell that second moto. I'm like, I think you got to get away from your scoop tire. I mean, first moto still deep enough, lumpy enough to where it worked, but that second moto, you got to know Washougal. You've been there tons of times. You got to know how hard pack it gets. JT even said, on pole points, like, dude, that track was literally concrete out there. I don't know how he had any traction out there. So you have to get out of your ways. And second moto, maybe he needs to start going to the regular tire. That way he can have some traction and use these insides. And then
Yeah.
one thing that first moto, I didn't realize Tomac was only 3 seconds off of Sexton at the end of that moto. And they
Hmm.
were Jett was 17 and a half seconds back of Sexton. So there's a 14-second gap they built up in that first moto.
Yeah, but to me, you can't read that much into it at that point. I think
Yeah, it's just
Jet just
mailing
said,
it in.
hey, fuck it, I'll just get Moto 2, which, he ended up, winning it. And then Sexton, same thing. Those guys at the end of the month, they're going to slow down. Tomac's going to creep back in, but I don't think the numbers kind of really tell that whole story there. But CJ, what do you think? To me, it's just weird to see an elite rider like Tomac be so stuck to just one time. I mean, we saw it running at Dallas SMX where it looked like it was a freaking concrete parking lot out there. But
And I
it
think,
sounds like he just likes the feel of it, the height of it, and everything. So, but I don't know. I feel like
yeah,
it's maybe holding back sometimes.
I think it could be a big. I mean, it could be a big change for these guys that know everything about their bike. Like they know, they can tell. I mean, there's stories about RC talking about he used to make his mechanic drill holes in his seat foam, and if he didn't do it, he knew as soon as he got on the bike. Like these guys are so in tune
Yeah.
with their bike, it's fucking unreal. And I think it could be just a confidence thing. And then I also think it could be he has to get a start. I think if he gives up that start without riding the scoop,
Hmm.
what good? What good is having a different back tire if you start in 19th place? Like having a
Yeah.
better tire that you can ride better if you're battling from 19th, or a tire that maybe isn't as good, but you're starting in 5th place, I think plays a big role. And I don't know. I don't know if it's a confidence thing or he thinks he's got to get a start, but we've seen his starts are not very good.
Well, no, that second moto, like I said, it sounds like he was the only one running the scoop, and he's still not getting the whole shot. So it's
Yeah.
like, dude, even what you're trying to use the scoop for isn't even. If he was getting whole shot after whole shot, but hey, whatever, he's taking it. But the scoop's not even really doing that for
Yeah,
him either.
maybe they're doing things at the test track and his starts are worse without
Yeah.
us. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
that's a good, maybe those are good starts for him.
Yeah. No, I mean
Yeah,
you're right, right? There's a lot of stuff that we
he was
don't
like
know.
seventh. He was like seventh or something, seventh or eighth coming up Horsepower Hill or whatever they call it. But I
Yeah.
mean, he worked his way up to fourth by the end of the first lap. So, but yeah,
Yep.
he's got to get away from that scoop tire. I think he's married to it a little too much.
Yeah.
He does run it everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, no
All right,
matter
so let's
what.
go. Let's go into what CJ was talking. So obviously, so this is kind of two parts of the same story, right? So there was a black flag in Moto 2. It was actually funny because I think there was a post race interview with Chase Sexton. He was talking about that exact thing. He's like, "Hey, I think that jump was a little too big because you could get squirrely and you could go fly over the rails." I don't think he had any idea. Who was it? Was it Henry Miller?
Jeremy Han, but that wasn't
Jeremy
even
Han.
what the
So
red flag
Jeremy's
was for.
wasn't it?
That wasn't the red flag.
No, the red flag was for some dude ate shit through the whoops and literally was laying dead on like the finish line. He was
Shit.
out. Dude, he,
Well,
he
I don't
literally
know
got
where
It's
it's
eyesight.
weird.
at.
They
It
didn't
He
like
never
talk
made the
about it.
broadcast. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
nothing.
was it was after the whoops. I saw it on Instagram today. He got he got to hit a square edge and he just got bucked and went right into that lip of the finish line right there, and he was laying there dead in front of everyone.
Well, that's crazy. Let's talk about the crash that was actually fucking
Yeah,
gnarly, where he
Yeah,
fucking goes over that double, swaps out, and the bike goes into the fucking crowd. Dude,
stands.
it
Yeah.
looked like it smashed someone, but you can't
he
see
got someone.
anything.
Yeah,
But
You
but
imagine
dude, I
going to a
think
race. You go
oh
to a
my
race
god,
to
dude.
fucking watch, and then you leave with a broken fucking arm or something because you got
dude,
taken
no,
out.
Man, I
probably a
got hit by a
broken
bike
back,
at the
dude, with that
race.
bike
Yeah.
coming. Yeah, yeah, foot peg, dude, right into your fucking back or something. Oh,
Is he fine? I mean, that was a gnarly looking crash. His hand.
I
I mean, is he fine?
I
Or
have
I think
I don't
he's
know. I don't
okay.
know.
I'll look it up.
But
but yeah,
but
that
I
shit
think
was
thinking with
gnarly.
Sexton in the post race, he literally talked about the same exact thing. Like you could easily go into the crowd there. Apparently he had no idea because Jett actually started like laughing. It was like, oh shit, like he doesn't know that fucking happened. So yeah, dude, that was so gnarly. I think that was relatively new section they put in. Justin, wasn't it? Because I know they changed it up a little bit.
No,
Wasn't that something new?
well, they've had that section for a while, but I think they built more of it like a ski jump to jump down now.
Yeah,
I think before it was kind of just like you just kind of dropped off the hill into that, but I think they put more of kind of a lip on it now to where it boosted them a little bit more, down the hill. And obviously he went
dude.
ejectocito because
Dude, that
it's
was
like a
fucking Final Fantasy. Put that in a movie. Or Final Destination. That's what Final Destination. Those crazy, scary movies where the guys just
Bike just
die
coming
on
to
the
fucking kill you.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that was
But the
crazy.
red flag, whatever caused the red flag, like I think we've all kind of like been hoping that they do something different with red
Hmm.
flags. But dude, that I don't know
Okay,
if that's it, dude.
so let's
Dude,
talk
I
about
thought he
this
was
new
gonna
starting
trip. I thought
procedure,
he was gonna
right?
eat shit.
So the reason why they went this right, so they can't do a stagger start because you can't do 40 guys down the straightaway. They're not long enough. Can't do that, and a lot of this came from I think it was last year with Deegan because he got a start. I think he was like more than halfway there. He was up by 30 seconds. He was going to win, and then they did a restart, and I think he ended up crashing, and he didn't do so good. So that's what forced him to change it. But yeah, so this new starting procedure, I like it, but man, can it go wrong really quick. I mean, that guy is running across those ruts are fucking a foot deep. He's literally like stretching his leg just to get in between them. And then when he gets to the doghouse, I'm like, oh my God, dude, this is gonna be like such a big gap. So I'm like, you guys got to put someone else on the other side of the doghouse to like kind of like tag him or go by on a quad, like something,
Dude,
because Sexton was like, dude, I was so worried he was gonna fall and I'm gonna run him over.
That's what I
dude,
was thinking, dude.
when I saw that was how they were like, I was super glad that they don't do the stagger start. I think that's bullshit. That I don't like that someone can be way out ahead. We've seen it in Supercross time and time again that some dudes should win the race. He's way out in
Mhm.
front, and now some dude that's in second that basically mailed in second place gets lucky, and now he's battling for the win or he wins. But so I was glad to see them do something. But when I saw the fucking video of some fucking dude with a flag that's just running in front of everybody, and then dude, I was literally like so mind blown that was what they came up with, because in my head, like I work and we all do. We work in like a corporate world. I'm
Yeah.
like, these motherfuckers sat down and had a meeting about how do we make this better. And the best solution that they came up with when that meeting was, hey, give Frank a flag and just tell him to fucking run in front of everybody, and they don't go until he runs past them. And then everyone in the meeting was like, that's it. That's
Yeah.
what we'll do.
And the guy's like,
And
I'll do
dude,
it.
I was just yeah, give me it. I'll do it. This dude's like fucking high knees
He
across
looks
the
like he's
start,
fucking
dude.
70
Like,
years old, dude.
Yeah,
yeah, you
he's
got
got
the
a fucking
oldest
break
guy out
in
there.
Yeah, dude. Dude, once again, that's our fucking sport, dude. Jalik Swole's gonna go do 4 laps, halfway concussed, probably blacked out. We're gonna back, and then we got this new start, which honestly, great. I had no idea this was even a fact. Like this is a
him.
rule that once again, it doesn't sound like any
Uh,
rider, any team member had any idea that this was a new rule or that this was going to happen. But yeah,
I
dude,
think
I
that
don't know.
I
That's
could
think
you
they were looking
imagine if
for
he fell? If
consistent.
he fucking fell, holy shit,
Oh,
dude.
someone was running him over for sure because they were trying to time
dude.
him come across. Someone's definitely running his ass over, dude.
Dude, and
If
props to
not
him because
multiple
he
people.
fucking nailed it, dude. Step for step
Yeah,
for step for step. He crushed it. But
that
He
was
almost
my God,
best
dude.
case scenario for that fucking terrible idea. But I don't know. I don't know, and I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what I would have
so
said in that meeting, but
So
that
this
wouldn't
is
have
what
been what
Chiz said. So Chiz said that was absolutely ridiculous what they did.
it
Chiz was
was, dude.
thinking do more like a rolling lap like you see in NASCAR. Like have a pace bike or whatever pace
Oh, just
quad,
give
but
him a
have them
green
just kind of
flag.
go, and then as soon as they go, then it's just drop and go. So maybe that's where you go. The only downside is that will take a while for them to roll around that entire fucking track.
Hey,
But
hey, could
I
you
don't know,
imagine
man.
double file line across the fucking whoops and washroom, and then you got some guys in the back you that hit the corner. They're all
Fucking
blitzing
like an
past 20
A-Ray, fucking
people.
tuck the front
Yeah.
on the fucking cruise lap, and
Yeah, the sight lap.
yeah,
Oh fuck.
I don't know, dude.
Dude,
Dude,
But
that
fuck.
like
restart was under. I literally rewound it and watched it like 3 times, and I was like audibly fucking cracking up because this is bizarre. Like, this is fucking bizarre.
And
it's
people
almost like
wonder why we
Mario,
can't get a
dude.
Netflix fucking sequel because we're a goddamn
Yeah,
circus out here.
yeah.
Hey, could you imagine that? All right, please explain what's going on. Well, this guy's
It'd be
gonna
that
run
circus.
across
Do
the
do do do
start.
do do do
Yeah.
do do do.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
it's like Mario, dude, going from each block was him trying to jump over the ruts, dude.
Dude, oh
Doink,
my
Yeah,
doink.
that was fucking crazy. I mean, luckily it went off without a hitch, and these guys all like it started fine. No one got ran over, but holy shit, I can't. I mean, I can't
I
imagine that that's what they do again. If they have
Well,
another
I
red flag this weekend,
guarantee it is a different guy doing that next time.
well,
There's no
I
way
so
fucking Gary is gonna fucking do that again.
so
No
I do
fucking way.
know that's the same way they've been sending everyone out for qualifying. So they're trying to get something consistent. So they do that for qualifying. I think that's why to prep them for that instead of however they used to do it. Because I saw Honda post it today, and they were
yeah.
the guy was getting started. Hunter does the worst start. Look, he did a Mathis start. I think his bike may have had a little Steve Mathis juju on the bike or something
Well, it
because
looked
he
like
did a
his
full
back
fucking
tire.
He spun
It looked
out.
like his
Yeah.
completely
back
off.
tire went down the side of the grate. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. I was like,
But
Matt,
yeah, I
you
don't know.
better fix this.
Maybe do something from the back, like just like tap them on the fucking back as you go by. I don't know, but
I don't
we
know.
gotta figure out something because this ain't good. And someone's gonna get
Yeah,
killed.
that was bad, dude.
Dude, a rubber band start or something, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was wild.
But that's like
Um,
another thing. Why don't we have an automated gate, dude? We've been doing this for how fucking long?
that
We
would be
can't get
cool.
some we can't get some technology to where it drops you at your freaking whatever your interval was or whatever. But
Yeah,
then you got and at that point, if you're already a lap down that far through the moto, you're fucking done for the race. Just get off the track. And then
yeah.
whoever else is still on there, if you're on the lead lap, you're left in the moto, you line up from inside to outside on the gates, and then
You lost me.
electronic
You lost me
line up
here. I like
line
the
up from the
automatic gate.
inside.
I think that's cool, but
I
I
and
mean, it'll
I
drop
think in
fast enough for everyone to
Supercross,
get out there.
I think in Supercross, like you can because they travel with the gate and they could
Yeah,
figure out. I mean, someone programming a gate to drop at certain intervals would that. I mean, that's
like
basic
dominoes,
fucking
just
programming.
yeah,
Yeah, but like
yeah.
with
That would be
outdoors,
a
I think
good
we
thing.
talked about it. We talked about it with outdoors. Is these guys are running the track's gate? They're just putting their grates on the
Yeah,
start. So that's where you
yeah.
run into problems. I mean, whether are they going to bring their own gates? Are they going to pay the tracks to install this fucking
No
contraption?
way.
Or
Yeah,
yeah,
And it's a
yeah.
exactly.
bigger
No, that's a
gate.
good
It's
point.
42 gates or whatever compared to
Yeah, instead of
22.
22.
Yeah, but no, I mean it's a good idea, Justin. Right? I mean, we got technology in this world. Ask AI, hey, how can we fix the cross
That's
restart?
Chat GBT.
Yeah,
What the
Yeah,
fuck
chat
we
so
do
give us a
here?
few options. Fuck.
We're gonna get done with this,
But
and CJ's gonna have a full fucking 5-page article on it from Chat
yeah,
GPT.
yeah.
It won't tell you to
Um,
put fucking Fred out there with a flag and run. I tell you that.
oh yeah, because sticking his hand out in front of him, that's gonna stop those guys from going, right?
Yeah,
But all right, well, let's see. The rest of this, RJ Hampshire, another solid ride, fifth overall. Hunter kind of takes a step back, 5-4, followed by Jakub. Barsh has actually been really surprising, to be honest. Maybe this Ducati deal. I know he's at Baker's factory now too, but Barsh should go 7-7. Honestly, I'm really surprised because he's hopping in mid-season, and he's right where I would put him anyways, to be honest. Even if he was, but
yeah.
he's really been impressing me with how he's been looking. Um, and then we
Val-
got yeah,
Valentin
go ahead.
Guillot 910, Valentin Guillot 910, and then
Yeah,
fucking a
decent ride for
Suzuki
Nichols again.
finally. Yeah, Nichols finally showing up. A Suzuki in the top 10 at 12.9. So and Mitchell
Mitchell
Harrison.
Harrison, the highest performing Kawasaki on the gate.
Over Prado.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Harry
rough.
Koulos 11th. Lorenzo
Yep,
Locurcio.
Malcolm. Yep, and then we got
I want to
Prado. So
I want to see what happened to Prado because he had to have gone down because on that restart I think he was like 13th or something, and
it
then
doesn't
like I
sound
saw he
like
was
it.
in like 28th or something. I
Yeah,
believe
but he
I
didn't go
saw.
down Moto One. In Moto One,
He
He's
was
he
at
eighth,
8.
yeah.
yeah, but he didn't
But
he
he got the
start
whole shot. He got the whole shot though, and
he
then
pole
fell all the
shot
way
the
back.
fucking moto and still got eighth.
Yep,
Like the dude's
yep.
just I don't know, man. Like we're I think we're beating a dead horse with Prado. Like, but dude, it's just bad. It's all bad with him.
Yeah, it's really hard to. I'm trying not to talk about Prado because it's the same thing over and over again, and I don't see it getting any better. There's no answers as far as what's going on, and yeah, I don't know. Like I honestly, I didn't even have Prado on my notes because I'm just like, I don't know. It's kind of what I expect.
Same
Yeah,
You know,
shit,
I'm
different
not really
day.
surprised at this time. Yeah. Um,
I just looked it up. So after that restart, he was 15th on the restart, and he dropped back to 22nd.
I thought he dropped back all the way
So
to 25th and worked his way back up into the points.
it could have been, but that's at
But
least where
still,
he crossed the finish line. So yeah, he may have been even farther back on that first lap
I
of the
just
restart.
like I don't. I don't even know how you can't explain it. That's what's the craziest thing to this is
Hmm.
that you can't explain it. The Kawasaki
Yeah,
obviously isn't that bad. We saw Mitchell Harrison do it, unless the guy just hates the bike that much. But dude, you got to be pretty fucking picky for it to impact you this much. Like, it's crazy.
yeah. I mean, I don't. I think you can put. I think you give Jet Lawrence a fucking Suzuki for a couple of weeks,
Beta,
and he ain't gonna go out there and get 15th.
yeah. Like I don't. And Prado is a great fucking rider. We watched MSGP. He rips. We've seen him win Motocross of Nations multiple times, but. It just got to make you think. Is it just the move? Is it having to do Supercross? Is it not having the work spikes? Not be able to do whatever the fuck you want to these bikes? Is it, the longer schedule that they have over here? But it's just like, dude, we see guys like look at Valentin Guillot that's coming over here on basically a stock Yamaha, getting top tens on a daily basis, beating Prado. You're like, I don't know.
And I
Some
think someone asked him too, or there was somebody that asked like would you ever like basically ever in a million years see yourself beating fucking Prado? And he's like, no, like we go
yeah,
home and this dude kills me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, it's all these guys that are beating them that are MXGP or European guys. They were all at the best eighth place guys over there when Prado was lapping them, and now they're passing him and like it's nothing.
but
Yeah,
to be honest, like, see, to kind of go back to your point of confidence, I honestly feel like this might kill Prado's career. Even if he
yeah.
goes back to
Oh, so do I.
MXGP, I just think this season has been so damn ugly that I just don't think we see the same problem for MXGP. I just think he's just getting these lumps, and I just think that's I just don't see how he's going to bounce back. He can't do it in the U.S. There's no way. He has to sit out Supercross and just focus on motocross just to make any kind of improvement, and that's not going to happen. And going over to MXGP, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't
feel like
see
it's
him.
pretty damaging.
I don't see him going back over to MXGP and being dominant like he was either. Like these guys are all watching these races too. Like all those guys, the
Hmm.
Cohen brothers, the everybody else over there, Kaida Wolf, they're all watching this shit and they're all like, "Oh, he's not, God on a bike." Like
Yeah,
he was good here, but he is beatable. Like 15 guys are beating him every week. So I think he goes back over there and it's one of those things where the other guys get way more confident. He is way less confident. Like you said,
yeah,
I don't know that he ever gets back to where he was after doing this. I mean, yeah, you give him his
yeah.
works bike back and you let him go do all these things. Like, sure, I'm sure he's good, but
But
you can't
like
you
you
can't
said,
let confidence goes a long
hmm
ways in the sport.
well, and Dustin, we've
I
seen
think
the Coonan
also
brothers
with
have thrown out wanting to come over here because they're like, "Hey, bro, sucking. Let me go. Let me see if I can do better."
Yeah, let me show
yeah
you guys how we ride.
yeah
Yeah,
Yeah,
even Kata Wolf too. He's rumored
yep.
to pro circuit ride in
The European guys are
2027.
chomping at the bit to get over here because of
Yeah
what they're seeing Prado do. Like, oh, watch it. I could go over there. Let me go beat Prado over there. Because if they go beat
yeah
Prado
yeah.
over
like
here, it's going to come back, overseas. So yeah, I mean, that's the
I
biggest
think
thing. Right? Everyone's just more like shocked. Like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Yeah, MX the Nations. I'm really curious on how Prado does with that.
I,
If he even
I don't
gets
think he shows
if he
up.
even gets selected, if he even
I don't think
gets
he's going to
selected,
show
that's what
up.
I'm
Like,
saying.
that's
Like,
good. It's going to be a lot of implications because if he's this bad, there is no way in hell he races Motocross of Nations if this is what he's doing.
No,
I
and he's
There's
think
gonna
no
he
have to
still
ride that.
chance,
does.
dude.
He's gonna. I think he's
He
still
has to
going
ride
to.
that Cowie. He can't show up on some different modded
No,
out fucking bike.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
he's
but
got to
the
ride that bike.
good thing is the factory Kawasaki doesn't do nations.
Yeah,
No, they
Haven't
don't
done it for
travel. They don't
years.
travel. They don't travel. They normally don't travel out of country. If
Oh,
it's
see,
here in
so the
America, they'll
U.S.
probably
maybe,
do
but
it.
I don't see it, dude. If you're a Prado, there is no way in hell you're catching me at Motocross of Nations riding like
Yeah.
this.
yeah.
Well, it's because Valentin Guillot took his ride for Spain.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Is that
hey,
even a
I'm out there.
Spaniard's name?
Yeah, Guillot's better than Prada.
He's
Yeah.
from Switzerland, you fuck.
I don't fucking know. He's a
I
Euro. It
don't know
don't
where the fuck
matter.
they're from either.
Hey,
I know.
it starts with an S, dog. That's
We're
all
all on
that
the side of
matters.
the
He's
pond.
kicking
They're
from.
all the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It starts with an S. Dude, they're fucking
Oh
similar.
God. But
Well, I
I
yeah,
mean,
couldn't
I'm
even
with you.
tell you who the
I don't
hell
see it.
Switzerland riders are, but yeah,
But
it
Freddie
well,
can't be
yeah,
Freddie
I
good.
mean,
Noren. I
crazy.
think Freddie Noren, Switzerland, maybe. Think
Maybe,
I'm not
yeah.
sure.
I
Hey,
think he's been out though.
he might be better than Prado, and he's on a Cali too.
Yeah, dude, this is. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have anything to say. And that they were just like even Phil, because Phil was at Club of Max. Phil's like, he's like, I want to fucking ride that thing. Like, I want to see like what the fuck is he talking about? But he also
Yeah.
said Chad Reed hopped on and Reed said the bike's fine. So I don't know. It's something going on with Prado, and it's not going good. I don't see it getting any better, and I really don't see how he's going to recover from this.
Well, and it's
He's getting
really,
older
really
too,
gonna get
and
bad.
mhm.
It's gonna get really, really fucking bad too if Chase just gets on that bike and does well. Like if Chase just gets
Yeah.
on that bike and doesn't miss a beat and he's battling Sexton and winning races and
Mhm.
podium. I mean, at that point, there is nothing you can say other than, "Hey, where's my suitcase at? Because I'm out of here."
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
right.
everything tells me Sexton's gonna be just fine on that
Yeah,
bike.
yeah. I mean,
So
especially after hearing that interview and Chad being on the bike, I think Prado kind of convinced everybody that the bike was shitty, and so we're like, "Oh fuck, what's going on?" But
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think Sexton's probably going to get on the bike and be just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. It's just going to be even worse for Pro 2. And now he's not training with Anderson to where like a good day at the practice track. He's going to be getting his fucking ass beat by 30 seconds during the week too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It sucks because honestly, I was really hoping he was going to come in here and just put up a fight, someone to challenge Jett. That's what we were hoping that we were going to get, and it's so far off. It's been really disappointing.
I think I just looked up trying to see if maybe some MX Nations or some teams have already been announced, see what like maybe Spain who else would ride for him. But it
hmm
just pulled up for Team Japan, Shimoda's gonna be in the MXGP class. So we might see Shimoda on first time on a 450 coming in
450, huh?
October.
Interesting.
So
I mean,
so I
he is
wonder
by
what
far the best Japanese rider there's ever been.
oh yeah.
Period.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Let's hear it. Who
Yeah,
you got?
probably. Yeah.
Who's number
Azaki
two? Let's go there.
Matsuyama.
Yeah.
Johnny Tsunami.
Hey,
He is
Yamaha
Hawaiian, but close
himself.
enough.
Yeah. Yeah, get it right, Eric. Wrong country, dude.
Oh
Fuck.
shit. Well,
It's still
hey, I was
still an
waiting for
island
you to
though,
throw out
right?
a who's a Canadian guy. Steve Mathis? Or
Steve,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, fucking Fat Man Nationals.
Um, well, looking at these points, so Jett Lawrence 382. He's got a big lead over Hunter that's at 321. What is that? 61 points. So Jett's gonna wrap this thing up early as well. We talked about it. Hunter's really taken this second overall from Eli. Eli's still holding good at 288 with Jake Coop at 280. So it looks like, I mean, that will be interesting, but well, I don't know. Where are you guys at? How confident are you that Eli Tomac's going to finish this thing out ahead of Jay Coop? I know we just came off of Washougal. I think it's honestly Tomac's best track statistically from what they were saying. But I don't know. You look at Millville, you're like, damn, that was ugly. So CJ, we'll start with you. Where are you at? 100% Tomac's got over Jay Coop, or do you still think Jay Coop could still kind of take this thing away? 8
I mean,
points.
anything could happen, but I mean, I think when you talk about the possibilities of the two riders, I mean, I don't think Jake Coop can pass Eli unless something drastic happens. I mean, even a bad day for Eli is. I mean, Jake Coop has some pretty fucking bad days.
Yeah. Justin, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, if Jay Coop was riding how he was in the beginning of the year, then I'd probably say Jay Coop. But I still got to take Tomac to finish ahead of him. At least Tomac's still running up with Sexton, and Jett. Jay Coop, I don't even know where he was at this week.
So let's take a look. So these
Yeah.
are the last five results for Jay Coop. Fifth at
Let me
High
go to
Point.
Iron Man machine.
Yeah, fifth at High Point, fourth at Southwick, third at Redbug, 10th at Spring Creek, and then sixth at Washougal, compared to Tomac, that's gone third at High Point, third at Southwick, 13th at Redbud, seventh at Spring Creek, and third at Washougal. Honestly, Tomac has the edge. He has a few more podiums, so I don't think
Yeah.
so. It's really hard to get that Spring Creek out of the back of my head. I want to see what's going to happen. What do we got next? Is it Unadilla
I
in 2 weeks from now?
believe
Yeah, because
no. I
Unadilla,
think
Bugs
it's
Creek, and then Ironman, right? No, it ends at
no.
Bugs Creek this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ends
ends at
at
Bud
Butts Creek.
Creek. We go to Iron Man and then Unadilla and then Bud's Creek.
Okay.
And then we
So
do
yeah,
SMX and then we do
I
MX.
think you got to give the nod to Tomac. I just want to see. I hope this 2 week break is good for Tomac. I hope they just kind of go out there, just get some shit dialed in. He just comes out swinging to finish off the season. But yeah, I think I'd lean the same way. I think Tomac's probably going to hold on to this third overall. All right. Anything else? Anything we
We got
missed?
Loretta. We got
Two
Loretta's
two
coming up
things.
on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was gonna say.
So
Loretta's coming up. That's gonna be good.
yep. So we will be doing a Loretta show. We'll see how it goes, whether it's going to be a recap or a middle of the week. But we will be doing a Loretta show. We also talked about all of us have all competed in the Works Championship 2, West Coast Off-Road Racing. CJ has actually got some pretty sick trophies from it too. So we figured, hey, that they don't get any recognition, or so we're going to start doing a little segment with them. It might be maybe even just a different works podcast, just a quick one to talk about it, or maybe we just squeeze it in here. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so we will be doing a Loretta Lynn's show. Maybe try to see if we can get a couple of these riders on here, talk about how their week's going. But what else did you got, CJ?
Oh yeah, well, the other thing that we didn't talk about, which I thought was crazy, was the Ryder D and Deegan fucking
Oh
laying on
yeah,
I
I
forgot
laying
forgot
on
about
that
the
was
that.
this
top of
round.
Ryder D. Dude, that could have ended so much. That was the best outcome that could have happened out of that, dude. At
For
one
both of
point,
them.
Deegan's tire was like sliding sideways on his bike that
On
was on
his
the
number
ground, and
plate.
dude,
Yeah,
that shit was crazy.
dude,
Like,
Ryder
and
D.
the fact that Ryder D, like, he knew he was going off that lip the
Mhm,
wrong fucking direction. Like,
yeah,
the fact that he didn't just scrub that and take the pass is crazy to me.
yeah. And Ryder D even said he's like, I got up and he's like, I was looking for Deegan. He's like, I couldn't believe he saved that. He's like, I
Oh
got up.
yeah,
He's like, where's Deegan at? And he's like, what the fuck? He saved it, but. Yeah, Ryder D kind of took the excuse for that, but yeah, dude, that was our. But like we said, dude, that's the shit that can happen. Deegan could have ate shit and Kyle gone
dude, that could
just
have
like
been
that.
that could have
well,
literally been everything right there. Yeah,
well, he could have
broken
even
arm
had.
or some shit.
Well, he could
His
have even
ruck's
got
gonna
like a foot peg
run
in
out, dude.
the.
It's gotta.
He could
He
have had a
does.
foot
He
His
has
peg
a
in
ruck,
the wheel and
lot of.
blow a wheel out.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
feel
but
like
that's a moto.
His luck's gonna run out here if he keeps hitting the deck like he has been. This one he didn't hit the deck, but it could have been. But I don't know. I feel like he's got a lot of close calls for
Yeah,
this
dude, that
young
was
in his
gnarly, and
career.
that was. I mean, it's cool to see Ryder D running up there, but I mean, you can't if you're Deegan, you're gonna hit that jump around the outside of him every single time. You can't take
Yeah.
anything away from Deegan there, but like Ryder D knew he was coming. You can hear Deegan's bike, like you know that
Hmm.
he's there, and for
Yeah.
him to just send that thing completely 25 feet left off the lip,
Yeah.
that was kind of wild to me.
The only thing that helped Deegan is that he was just higher because he went
Yeah.
to the outside. He was just higher. That's
Yeah.
the only thing that if his tire was a little bit lower, their tires hit. He honestly gets it worse than fucking Ryder does. Honestly.
Oh yeah, he could have ate shit hard right there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
no, I forgot about that. That was pretty. I mean, I think we forgot about it because nothing happened, but it could have been a lot worse.
yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. Well, yeah, we'll be. So there's going to be that. What is it? I think it's a 2 week break, right? So 2 week break. But yeah, we'll be posting some stuff. We'll do some shows for Loretta's next week or the week after. We'll kind of see how the schedule plays out. But I don't know, boys. I think that's all I got.
Yeah, no, ready for
Yeah.
Loretta. Stoked for those. That's a kind of a once in a lifetime thing for some of these kids. So that's badass. It's a fun week there.
Well,
Yeah,
even
no,
adults
absolutely.
too. I mean, you got 50+ guys that may
You
have
got
been
big
trying to
names.
do
You
this
got
their whole
Chad Reed out
life. And
there, Andrew
no,
Shore.
no,
Yeah,
no.
Kiefer.
Reed's not in. Reed's out
He
Oh, he's
bailed.
not racing, huh?
because his son got hurt. He said his son got hurt, so he's like, I'm
No,
not
but
going.
Tate just posted that he got in as an alternate.
Yeah, but he crashed. He crashed last week
I could have
and
sworn I
broke his
just saw something like a
collarbone.
couple of days ago that's
He
like, oh, I guess every alternate made it in.
So they made it in, and like 3 days after training, he tucked the front or whatever, and freaking broke his collarbone. I watched the YouTube on. They're like, Road to
Dude, these
Loretta's is
guys ride
over
with
with.
broken collarbones all the time.
I know. That's why
Yeah,
I was like, you got two
tape
weeks
that
still.
shit
Fucking
up.
get his ass out there.
I don't know. We'll see. I feel like Reed might be a little too competitive. We might see him just
He's
pop
not
up.
on the entry list. His name's off the
Really?
entry list.
That
Yeah, because I
sucks.
looked at.
Damn it,
So
that
I
would have been
know.
good to see Reed out
I
there.
know. Short,
Yeah.
Weimer, Reed, all in the 25
Yeah,
plus
Weimer's out
class.
there. J-Law, I think, is doing it again, too. So
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I thought he saw
Yeah,
something
J-Law
that he was
posted
doing.
about it.
Did he?
But yeah, no
Anyway, it should be
Brownie.
good racing.
No
Help, my
Brownie,
car
so
got
those classes
stolen.
are up for grab. It'll
Yeah,
be
no
good. Yeah, it's
Brown.
going to be good.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
it
then
might be
the
a
30-plus
keeper
class,
and Emig.
Brian Haas, Club MX guy. I'm a big fan of Club MX, dude. The guy fucking rips as he should. But yeah, he
Yeah.
always wins that 30-plus title.
Yeah.
So
I'm waiting for the 40 plus till I get a bike again. Then
yeah, that's where I'm at, too.
I need
Yeah.
them to get 40 plus C.
Stark.
Yeah, yeah. All the help we can get. Have to live in
40 C
Arizona.
Stark.
Yeah.
There's only gonna be
Live in
7 guys on the
Arizona.
gate.
Arizona only class or something.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, boys. Well, cool. Well, hey, we'll be up there. We'll probably talk to you, who knows, next week or the week after that. But thanks for listening. Give us a follow, subscribe, leave us a comment. But we will see you next time. Later.